surprise that everyone is feeling a little anxious and a little stressed out right now. There are some things that you can do at home that will help calm your mind and lower your heart rate. Chelsea from the Yoga Center is joining us with some simple tools that we can use every day in our lives. We know that breathing is important, but it's not just that regular old breathing in and out that we do all the time. I'm talking.
Quietly with embarrassment.
Look, the sign's over there. How am I supposed to know I'm supposed to turn it on? It is no surprise that everyone is feeling anxious and a little stressed out right now, but there are some things that you can do at home that will help calm your mind and lower your heart rate. Chelsea from the Yoga Center is joining us with some simple tools that we can use every day, and we got to start with the most important one. Breathing.
Yes, absolutely. We tend to only use about 1/3 of our breath's capacity.
Wow.
We hold our breath so much. So that old saying takes just 10 seconds and breathe. You can incorporate that into your daily life, whether you're on the yoga mat or if you're standing in line at the grocery store waiting to get your toilet paper.
So what's the best way that we should be breathing and using that as a tool to relieve stress?
I love to explain the balanced breath to people because it's a great way to focus your mind. You're counting the inhale, you're counting your exhale, and you're allowing it to be balanced. So you're giving your mind something to focus on, and then you could start expanding your lungs, your whole respiratory system, and then focusing the mind, helping to let go of the distracting thoughts.
So what is the balanced breathing? Like how long are we inhaling?
Well, like if you can inhale to the count of 6, then let your exhale be to the count of 6.
Okay.
If you happen to have more lung capacity, maybe your inhale is to the count of 10, and then your exhale is to the count of 10.
And that's something that you can actually build up a little over time, right? If you continue to practice it?
Yes, definitely. And you could do it whenever you wake up in the middle of the night and you're trying to go back to sleep, whenever you're out in public, or even whenever you're driving and you're feeling that rage come up. Come to your balanced breath, and it can give you a lot more sense of relaxation, more contentment.
All right. There are some other things that we can do when we're talking about not just breathing, but just being mindful of things. And that can lead into meditation, which I think intimidates a lot of people, but you've got some ideas about mindfulness.
Yes, being mindful is the number one thing. It's a mental state that you achieve by focusing your attention on the present moment. You're letting go of the distracting thoughts. Whenever we're focusing on everything that is scaring us right now, then you give your mind something else to focus on, letting those go without pushing it away, because then that's counterproductive.
Okay, so the idea is you have those thoughts anyway. We can't stop them from happening, but you kind of just let them pass on by.
Yes.
Don't dwell.
It's a lot like whenever you get a song stuck in your head and it just keeps replaying and replaying. Well, if you let your mind run rampant like that, it's gonna. But whenever you start allowing things to drift by and then bringing your attention back to something like a balanced breath, that could be your meditation.
Okay, so breathing is something that we actually need to incorporate there to remain mindful and in the present.
There's so many different types of meditations, whether it's a guided meditation, focusing on your breath, just letting everything go. It just depends on what speaks to you at different times. And like I like to mention, that balanced breath, it really does give you that attention, that focus.
All right. You've also got some ideas about how we can incorporate mantras into our life. And that's just kind of like a self-affirmation?
It can be. It could be something as far as looking into the mirror and just knowing that, hey, I'm all right. Everything is going to be okay. Or if you wanted to bring it back to the breath, you could repeat to yourself, on the inhale, I know that I am breathing in. On the exhale, I know that I am breathing out. So it's giving the mind somewhere to anchor down without having all of those thoughts run rampant.
All right, 3 ways that we can bring it all together. The mindfulness, the breathing, and the mantra is going to help us get through some stressful moments and some anxious moments and bring us back into an awareness of the present. It's going to make everybody feel a whole lot better.
It really will. And then there's so many different types of meditations out there that you can use as a tool wherever you are, whether it's on videos, on the internet, just listening to your podcasts and things like that.
All right, a lot of great ways to get us through a stressful season that we're having right now. Thank you so much for coming by to talk to us about it.
Well, thank you for having me.
I'm gonna breathe now.
Yes.
Stick around, we're gonna have more Midday right after the break.